Hey guys, it's Alyssa with this week's What I Sold on Etsy report. Before I get started though, I just want to note that this Sunday I will be on the R Show with the Walking Picker, and I believe Thrifty Teresa is scheduled to be on this week as well. We'll be talking about and answering questions about selling on Etsy. The R Show is streamed live Sunday night at 9 p.m. and then of course you'll be able to watch the replay on YouTube at any time. So this is a big week for Etsy, which is now a publicly held company, and we'll have to see how that goes for those of us that sell on the platform. I'm a little nervous because I don't like change, and I know that some things are probably going to change. I had enough issues with eBay changing or Etsy changing the categories on us and changing the listing format and all that. I think it's probably an improvement for them, but it always makes me a little nervous, and so now this publicly held company thing is a little scary, and will they be raising fees? Will they be changing how they do things? Will they be requiring subscriptions? I don't know. They say they're not going to change anything, but stuff happens, so we'll have to see how it goes. This week I did okay on Etsy. I still haven't met my selling goal, but it's not as bad as it has been. I have been trying to list some more things, although this was kind of a crazy week for me, so I didn't get as much done as I wanted to. But I sold 9 items this week on Etsy for a total selling price of $142, so that's okay. And I will show you each of the different things that sold. By the way, because I have been so busy, I have not made any other videos this week. I know I was going to try and make a few. I think I'm due to make a few haul follow-up videos, and I was going to make a video kind of talking about how I choose where I list things, whether it's Etsy, eBay, or Amazon. And I'm still planning on making those videos, but haven't got to them yet, and I don't know if I'll get to them over the weekend, but I will try to get to them soon. And I might even make another haul video for you, because I did go out yesterday and today and did a little sourcing. So yeah, I'll show you maybe what I got one of these days. But for now, I'm going to show you what I sold and show you what each item sold for. The first item I sold this week is something that I picked up a while ago at a thrift store, and I know it was a while ago because it's a thrift store that unfortunately is no longer in business. I miss it because it was a great source for vintage stuff, and it was pretty close to me. When I picked this up, I had no idea what it was, and in fact when I listed it, when I first listed it, I had no idea what it was. I just described it as some kind of weird nesting doll set. I forget how I put it in there, but somebody who saw it on Etsy knew what it was and contacted me and let me know that it's actually a Japanese drinking game. It is a series of cups like nesting dolls. Originally would have had a single die that goes inside, like a playing dice, but that was missing. But otherwise it was in good condition, so it sold for $40. But like I said, it did take a while to sell. But this is another item that I picked up at a thrift store that's no longer in business. It was a different thrift store. But this is a vintage turban style hat which sold for $12, and I haven't had it in the store quite as long, but I have had it kind of a while too. I sold a Michigan license plate. It's not a super old one, as you can see from the sticker there. It was from 1990. It sold for $8, and it's something I picked up at a rummage sale. This is a vintage Raggedy Andy puppet. It sold for $8, and I'm trying to remember where I picked this up. I think it might have been at a thrift store. It might have been at a rummage sale though. This is a vintage fabric panel with a cut and sew Victorian style rag doll plus her clothing and other accessory items. It sold for $12, and it's something I picked up in a box lot at an auction probably last summer, but only just got around to listing it. This is a set of smaller copper molds. The set sold for $30. There were 6 pieces in it, and I don't remember where I picked these up. These might have been from an auction box lot as well. I sold a vintage sewing pattern. It is for a caftan, and I don't know what it is about caftan patterns, but I seem to sell these pretty regularly, and I think it's kind of weird because it's such an easy thing to sew that to me I look at it and you almost don't need a pattern. You could probably figure it out yourself. But anyway, these do seem to sell well. I sold this for $6, and I think I picked the pattern up at a thrift store. This is a vintage embroidery pattern to make a pillow with birds on it. It sold for $20, And if you watched one of my recent haul videos, you probably saw this. I picked it up a couple of weeks ago at a thrift store. And this vintage brag book photo album, which sold for $6, was also in a haul video a little bit longer ago. But I did pick it up at a thrift store, actually I think the thrift store outlet. Okay, thank you everyone for watching. I do put out these What I Sold on Etsy videos every Friday, showing the items that I've sold in my vintage Etsy shop, Planet Alyssa, and then I do try to get out other videos when I can. And I will be on the our show with the Walking Picker Sunday night at 9, and replays will be available on YouTube, so I hope you're able to tune in for that. Okay, thank you everyone. Happy selling!